what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Chrissy J, and today's video, as seen in the title, we are going to talk about a way overdue weight loss journey update. I decided to go ahead and make this video because I'm still getting a lot of traction on my most viral video for my channel. If you have not seen it, go ahead and click that video and then come back to this one. I've gotten a wealth of support under that video. I promise you, maybe 99.9% of all the comments are super positive, thanking me for being transparent and vulnerable and sharing my journey getting the weight loss surgery. And a lot of people have subscribed to my channel from that video, a lot. And I feel like they subscribed wanting to follow and continue to follow my journey. And I kind of just jumped into it and I don't really emphasize my weight loss journey, if that makes sense. I just kind of live my life and do what I do. But some people are specifically here for that. I'm still getting questions, did I ever get the revision? What am I doing now? Without people having to feel like they have to watch like a full vlog to find that information out. So I did want to just do a dedicated video in regards to those questions. At the end of this video, feel free to comment as you're watching. If you have any questions that you want to ask, go ahead and do that, and then I can follow up later on with the Q&A. So I took notes on my handy dandy phone because I wanted to make sure that I don't miss out on any key points. The last thing I want to do is do a whole video and I'm like, darn, I should have did this, I should have said that, So you might see me look down time to time, and that would be why. So I felt it was a perfect time to come on and make the video now because I have been the most consistent with my weight loss journey that I've ever been, pretty much, or I should say in a very, very, very long time. I started walking with my neighbor. We started walking about 2 miles a day every morning, Monday through Friday. Sometimes we miss here and there. And then we gradually worked our way up to walking 3 miles. And I'm not going to lie, y'all, 3 miles early in the morning, it is definitely a struggle for me, but we push through, and it really, really does help to have somebody walking with me. And I've just been really making that my morning routine. And I'm like, I should be documenting this. I mean, I'm documenting it, but I should be definitely like kind of emphasizing on it and highlighting what I'm doing, because there are a lot of people who are still in that struggle phase of trying to get to that consistency part of it. Whereas right now I'm there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have days where I'm like, I don't feel like walking, and we don't. Same with her. But for the most part, every day we walk, we don't feel like it, and we still kind of push ourselves to get up and do it anyway. Yesterday, I walked by myself. I hit her up and she was still asleep. She didn't get my text message, and I was like, I'm not going to go in the house and not do nothing. I'm going to walk. So I got my headphones and I walked. And it was actually a really nice break from not conversating. Like, how like you walk with somebody, you're talking to kind of pass the time by and everything. It was nice to just put my headphones on, zone out, listen to some music to keep me motivated, and just walk. And during that walk, I felt a little more energized to keep going, like I didn't feel like doing it. And I was like, I'm only going to do 2 miles, no biggie. And then I got to 2 miles. I'm like, just keep going, do 2.5. 2.5 came. I'm like, girl, just finish it up and do the 3, So like, it just keeps you really motivated to keep going. But I felt like this is the perfect time because I'm not going to lie, I got tired of broken promises to you guys. Like, I got tired of basically like calling wolf. It felt like I was always saying, I'm on a weight loss journey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And I would do it for 2 to 3 days and I would fall off and just move on like nothing. I got tired of that. I got tired of breaking promises to myself and to you guys. And because I know a lot of my subscribers come from my weight loss journey video, or my VSG failure video, I should say, I felt like I owed it to y'all. And I owed it to myself more than anything. I was just tired of hearing myself say, I'm starting, I'm gonna. It's like, girl, hush up and just do it. And before I came to you all saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm like, you know what? Just do it. And when you've made it a routine and you're solid in that, where when you feel like you haven't walked, you have to do something else, or you just feel like your day is off or whatever, that's when you can share it. And that's where I'm at right now. So I was like, what better time than now than to give you guys a weight loss journey update. Happy Wednesday. I don't have my walking partner with me today. Maybe she overslept. I don't know. But I got out here and I'm getting it in without her. Getting this walk in and over with. So the majority of questions that I am getting lately on that video is, did I ever get the revision surgery? Some people, did subscribe and they have watched several of my most recent vlogs and have been able to kind of scroll through my page and see like, okay, she didn't get the surgery, or she would have definitely made a video about it. So no, I did not get the revision surgery. When I recorded that video, I think it was like 3 years ago now, 3.5 years ago, maybe even 4, I was wholeheartedly on getting a revision. Like I was like, I want it. I don't give a darn. And I just wasn't in a mental headspace to do what needed to be done to be successful on getting the weight loss surgery again. Like, I'm like, you're going to get the revision and you're going to fail again. And I'm like, who has time to keep undergoing surgeries? Like, that's a big deal. And so I went through with, my follow-up appointments and everything like that. And it's not a decision, honestly, that I can just make and just say, I want to get a revision. Let's schedule me. That's not how it works. I thought it was going to be a lot easier. I'm not going to lie. I did think that it was almost that easy for me to just be like, I got the surgery. I failed. I feel like I didn't know, or I wasn't ready at the moment, and I feel ready now, so I want to get the revision. That absolutely is not how it works. My doctor did an ultrasound. I did a GI procedure, and they saw nothing wrong with the way my surgeon did my procedure. There was nothing causing me to need a revision. I didn't have GERD. I didn't have any type of like serious side effects to warrant me getting a revision. And yeah, it was denied. Okay. So they basically were like, you don't qualify for a revision. And I'm like, oh. And so that was a reality shocker. And I'm not going to lie, for a while, I kind of sat in it and I was like, you know what? This is just how God made you. Like, we were a big baby. I was almost 10 pounds at birth. And I just felt like that was the hand I was dealt. Like, you are just born and will die a big person. And because I accepted that, I didn't feel like I needed to change any of my eating habits. I didn't feel like I needed to care anymore how big I got. Although I cared how big I got, I didn't put emphasis on like, you need to lose weight still. Like, even though you're not going to do revision, you need to do something. Like, I tried to jump rope for a little bit. I did that for a little while. Worked out in the garage for a little bit at our old house, But like I said, never consistent. I would work out, still eat like trash. Still snack all the time. Still eat chips, candy, late night cravings. I succumbed to all of my cravings. Anything I wanted, I ate it. It just was like, you're not changing your mentality to food. And so you're not ready for weight loss. And then I got on my journey to draw closer to God. And that is when I decided that I need to take it serious. I did another Daniel fast for a brief moment. And I asked God for clarity to give me insight on what my purpose in life is. Like, I'm like, what's my purpose? Like, what am I supposed to be doing here? And my husband always supports me no matter what. But he's been telling me from day one, you need to share your weight loss journey, like the unfiltered journey. And I was so afraid to be held accountable. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was like, I don't want people all in my comments telling me, why are you eating that? You should be eating this. You need to do the workout like this. I just didn't want that. Like I wasn't ready for that type of criticism. And 90% of it, really, for real, y'all, I did not want to be held accountable to working out and losing weight, because I knew in my head, I'm not going to stick to it. Like, I knew mentally I wasn't ready to eat healthy all the time. I'm not ready to work out like I need to. You get what I'm saying? And so I could put it on for a little bit for y'all, but then I'm like in the background, like, okay, no, I want to eat like this. And it's like, you can't do that. Like, you can't lie when it comes to weight loss. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be showing people you constantly working out and then they're not seeing change in your face or in your body or seeing the change that, the weight loss, because you're still behind the scenes eating like trash. And I just wasn't ready. That's it. There's no other excuse. I was not ready to be held accountable. So within that journey of me trying to find my purpose and praying for clarity of that and direction and guidance, it kept coming up like your weight loss, just like little health issues. I was diagnosed with DVT early in 2024. I was in the hospital for a few days with that. That was because I was working way too much. I have a sedentary job, so I was sitting at my desk Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday and Sunday, 5 a.m. to midnight. And I was eating at my desk, dang on there, sleeping at my desk. I was not getting up from my lunch breaks. I was sitting there watching TV from my desk chair. I was always sitting down. Gave myself blood clots. They traveled to my lungs. I had blood clots all over my lungs, too many for them to even count. They had to transfer me to another hospital when I went to the ER. I stayed overnight there, ran some tests. They told me I had a certain type of like heart failure because my main artery. Oh, it was just a lot, y'all. It was a lot thrown at me at one time, but it's not like something like that happens overnight. And so I was like, girl, you did that. Like, you did that. This isn't something that runs in your family. You did this. You did this to yourself. You don't move your body. And all you're worried about is making your money. Like, and there was a true wake up call for me. And I remember laying in the hospital bed, and the doctor was basically telling, because I was like, well, how can I get rid of these blood clots? I was on blood thinners, and he was just like, well, gradually you'll be able to start walking, and you'll, get the flow of blood moving. You have to like circulate the blood in your body. But right now, we don't suggest you do too much of anything because you do not want the clots to move too much, and this, that, and the third. So it's like, just take the blood thinners. Y'all, I was so scared. I was scared to sit. I was scared to stand too long. I was scared to sleep. I was just terrified to exist. And it was like afraid to die. It's the craziest thing ever. I've never felt like that in my life. I hope I never feel like that ever again. And I remember laying in bed one night, like Sean was losing sleep because he was worried I was going to die in my sleep. Like, it was just horrible, y'all. I would get up, walk in the middle of the night, just keep walking to circulate my blood because I was afraid to lay down for longer than like 2 hours at a time. So I wasn't getting any sleep. It was horrible. I don't really think I opened up, addressed, or filmed the reality of that diagnosis and what I was truly battling with mentally. I kind of just pushed myself through and smiled through it. But I remember laying in bed one night and I'm like, God, I just want to be able to walk without feeling scared. I just want to be able to go to the gym without feeling afraid that I'm going to shift a blood clot and die. I remember just taking it for granted, being able to move my body. And I was like, I promise that when these blood clots clear, I'm off the medication, I am going to move my body. Now, when they cleared and I got cleared to be off the medication, I got my EKG, my heart was good, everything was good. Almost a year later, I was like, this is the time. Like, it was about 7 months, 8 months after my diagnosis. I was like, okay, this is it. Like, I can't keep playing around. I do not want to risk getting that again. So this is it. This is the time. And I decided to take my health serious. So I started with walking. I met my neighbor outside, and she was walking her daughter one day, and they just kind of like clicked, the girls. And so I told her, I was like, I'm in the neighborhood. We lived here for a year now. I don't really know anybody. And I was like, but I like to, walk, because I was walking here and there by myself sometimes. I'm like, if ever you want to walk, let me know. And she was like, oh, yeah, we could definitely walk. So we just set it up and we started walking. And then from there, it just was our thing, and I held her accountable and she holds me accountable. She probably holds me more accountable because I'm quick to be like, girl, not today. And she'd be like, today, come on, let's go. And so we just kind of keep each other going. Sometimes we'll be on our walk and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like it. Let's just go ahead and cut this short. And she'll be like, let's just keep pushing. Let's just go a little further. You know what I mean? And like, we just keep encouraging each other in that way. Sometimes I'm out there and I'm a little more energized and motivated, and she comes out like, girl. And I'm like, come on, girl, let's go. Let's just get it over with so we can get through our day, blah, blah, blah. So it really does help when you have that accountability partner, when you have someone that's going through the same thing you're going through, that has the same end goal as you, and that's weight loss. So that is truly how I have been able to be consistent right now. If I have to be honest, it's because I truly do have an accountability partner. So shout out to my neighbor. Thank you so much, girl. Like, God sent, for real, God sent. Okay. So prior to me walking, I was, like I said, I was on the blood thinners. My doctor prescribed me a Mounjaro, the GLP-1s. I know y'all hear about them, the weight loss shot, whatever they want to call them, Ozempic. There's a whole bunch of them out there. People are losing weight left and right. I'm talking about, like, literally, I've seen content creators look like they went to sleep and woke up 60, 70, even 100 pounds lighter. It worked fast for me in the beginning, but it just slowed down, and I don't know. I can't really see the difference like that, but people who haven't seen me for a while, or when I look at my pictures and I look back at like old pictures and I'm like, oh, okay, I see it. Of course the scale has gone down where I see the numbers. Of course, I started Mounjaro weighing 316. I felt myself going higher and higher. 316 was the highest weight. That was over my surgery weight. I went into surgery the day of surgery in 2017 weighing 312. So I was over that, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's only gonna get worse. I have to do something about it. And I was pre-diabetic because of my weight loss. I just had so many issues that were contributing to just me being overweight. And so my doctor said, I'm gonna recommend you to take Mounjaro. It's only one shot every week. He was like, you don't have to worry about sticking yourself, every day like you do right now, multiple times a day with the blood thinners. And he was like, it'll, one, help with your diabetes, bringing your sugars down, but it will also help with bringing your weight down. So I'm like, oh, two birds in one stone, let's get it. Okay, like, why not? Let me go ahead and try this out. My mom was also on it, and she was losing weight like crazy. I got on it, I started losing weight. It was a struggle at first because the side effects that come with the GLP-1 for me was constipation. But the more water you drink, the better that is. So it got easier as my body kind of like warmed up to it. I started at, I think it was 2.5 milligrams, and then I worked my way up to where I am now, which is 15 milligrams, and that's my maintenance dose. So that's where I'm at. And I think that's the highest dose, to be honest. So and then my sister was taking it too, and her maintenance dose was like 7.5. So it just works different for people. My sister lost a lot of weight very, very fast, and she's on her maintenance dose. Me, I don't know if it's because I had so much weight to lose that I'm still struggling, or if my body just somehow combats certain things. I don't know, y'all, but weight loss has just been a struggle that I feel has defeated me all my life, okay? But I am determined. I am determined to win this battle, like determined, okay, by any means necessary. That's my GLP-1 update. I am still taking Mounjaro. I take it every Tuesday, sometimes every Monday. I have zero side effects right now. My body's just used to it. I've been taking it for over a year now. My current weight to date, oh, well, let me just back up. So I started at 316. I got all the way down and I stalled at 265. 265, 270, 265, 268, 265, 268. I was not leaving the 268 yard. It was so frustrating. I'm like, I'm walking every day. I'm cutting back eating. I'm watching more of what I'm eating. I'm not snacking as much. I'm still snacking. I'm not snacking as much. What is going on? I need to at least see the scale say 260. Like, come on. So I started doing intermittent fasting to just kind of like shock my body, because I felt like my body was used to the routine. It was used to the run journal that I'm on. It's used to me walking 3 miles a day. It's used to it. But I'm like, okay, what isn't the body used to? The body's not used to you starving it, in a sense. It's used to you every time it feels a little slightly bit hungry, you have something to grab real quick and eat, and it's not always healthy. So now I'm like, you know what, let me try to do OMAD, 1 meal a day. So I would take my Manjaro, which curbs your appetite. I would eat 1 meal, and I usually would do my protein coffee in the morning, and I would not eat until my lunch break, which is around like 4:30, 4:45 in the afternoon. That would hold me over until the next day when I have my coffee. So that's how I was doing it. And then days that I felt hungry, which yesterday I was like, oh, I haven't eaten in 24 hours. Let me eat something. I had breakfast and I still was hungry in the evening. So I also had a very, very small dinner. I had a few pieces of those tiny popcorn shrimps, a few olives, and a salad. That's it. And that was enough. And I think I had like 2 fish sticks. So that's all I needed. I just needed something to kind of take the hunger away. So I'm not starving myself by far, but I am definitely watching what I'm eating. So that helps a lot. And I got on the scale yesterday and I am 261.4. So we're almost there. I feel like I can't really celebrate because I feel like we can go back to 268 like that, because I don't be knowing. But I am claiming that by my birthday, August 28th, the scale will say 250 something. I don't even care if it says 258. It'll just let me know that I'm far away from the 268 zone, 265 zone. That's like, you're not about to pick up 10 pounds in a day. You know what I'm saying? So that's the plan, that's the goal. But that is my journey update on the GLP-1. If y'all have any more questions regarding that, then let me know. I'll make a dedicated video for that. But in this video, I'm just kind of giving you guys an update on my overall weight loss journey and the steps that I have taken to get where I am today. So also, one of the things that I can say that helped me with kind of being more realistic with my weight loss is not really paying too much attention to the scale. I know I just gave y'all a whole spiel about how I was battling 265, 268 and going back and forth. When I realized that I was doing that to myself, I took a step back from the scale and I just started taking pictures. Take full body pictures, y'all. I take pictures in my blue mirror every single day. And I was like, you know what? Let me look at, because I have the same clothes. So I'm like, let me look at me wearing the same outfit 2 months ago. And I put them together and I was like, oh, wow. Like, you could literally see it. Also for inspo, Rain, my baby girl, has been wanting to watch the old vlogs. So she's been obsessed with watching the older vlogs when she was a baby. And I'm just looking at how swollen and big my face was, my chin, my neck, everything. I was just so swollen looking. And that really put it into perspective for me, because I'm like, wow, looking back at the old vlogs to now, I can literally see it all in my neck and my face. Like, I can see it big time. Even when we went on our cruise in December, this past December, I will put the picture here on the screen. Me, Adriana, Rod, Sean, and baby girl went out to eat, and my face just looked big, swollen, and tight. I look like a completely different person. But what really, really did it for me, y'all, and what was very, very encouraging is when I got my VSG surgery, I lost a total of about 58 pounds, 56, 58 pounds in total. I think my lowest weight was 255, if I'm not mistaken. And although I look good at 255, don't get me wrong, because I am tall. I'm 5'8" and a half, 5'9". So I carry weight well. But as I'm getting older and, have my second child, my weight carries differently than it did before. So now all of my weight kind of sits in my stomach, and that's really my problem area. But I just was like, okay, these are my absolute favorite jeans from when I was at my lowest after my VSG, and I did not want to give those jeans away. I did not. I knew I couldn't fit them. I haven't been able to wear those jeans since 2018 or 2000, yeah, about 18, 17-ish. Y'all, the other day, I don't know what came over me, but I was like, you know what? Let me try on these jeans. I put them all the way on, buttoned them, zipped them up, and they did not have spillage. Like my stomach was not bursting out the top. I could not believe it. It gave me no mushroom top, y'all. I was like, oh my gosh. So I sent the picture to Sean. He was like, that's what's up. And it was a wake up call for me because I'm like, the scale does not determine whether or not you're losing weight or not. You know, like you can be losing inches. And I never took that serious until then. So don't be discouraged if the scale isn't really moving in the direction you would want it to be. I would say don't even focus on a number. Like I had a number, like I want to be, my goal weight is, but now y'all, I just want to feel good. I want to look good. And I do not want to be out of breath doing the regular mundane things like bending down and tying my shoes, going up and down the steps in my house, walking my child to the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? Like getting in and out my car, bringing groceries in the house. I don't want to feel like I ran a marathon. And I feel like as long as I'm comfortable and confident in the clothes that I wear, I could care less about anything else. Like I already secured my husband. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing I did say, I did not work this hard because I'm not where I want to be yet. But I ain't worked this hard and I didn't work that hard. That's coming, future me, to sit with the stomach in my lap because my weight is dropping. My most of my weight is in my stomach, and so my stomach is dropping. So I can see my surgery scars that are like right under my breast where I wasn't able to see them before because my stomach was sticking so far out that it would just, you know. But now the stomach is dropping. You can see my waist going all the way in, and it's literally just kind of like loose skin, so to speak. I do still want to lose much more. I'm not gonna lie, but I do have to start strength training. But when I get to that point where I feel like, okay, I'm strength training, I'm toning, I'm liking the way my body looks and feels, I'm sculpting my body, I am going to get a tummy tuck. Like, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I want to get a tummy tuck. Depending on how big my arms are, I'm not going to lie, y'all. I already naturally have very big arms. It's genetic. It runs on my mom's side. Our arms are just big on that side. So the fact that they are already big plus the skin, I'm gonna see how they do with me, lifting weights and trying to tone and tighten them as much as I can. But I refuse to walk around flapping. Like it's just some things that I'm not willing to deal with. I mean, don't get me wrong. Thinking about surgery scares me because I did have the DVT and I'm like, I do not want to risk getting blood clots. I just don't like surgeries, period. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't want to risk somebody doing it wrong, me not liking it, and me having to keep going, feeling like I got to keep going back. I feel like when you get something, you just want to keep modifying stuff. And I do not. The last thing I want is to have body dysmorphia. I do not want that. And so I can't say 100% I'm going to get an arm lift or anything. I'm praying to God I don't. And I could just be like, okay, it's not that bad. It is going to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? But the tummy tuck, oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah. So that's my like gift to myself once I get to a certain point. But right now where we are is we're doing 3 miles a day. I do feel like my body is stagnant with that. I feel like I have to kick it up a notch. I feel like it needs to be a more intense walk. Either we need to start jogging walk, or even a brisk walk. But I'm also just kind of like, instead of me walking Monday through Friday, I think I'm going to just bring it down to 3 days a week walking and then 3 days a week working out, strength training. So, yeah, because we have to switch it up. So I am definitely going to be documenting more of that lately because I'm doing Veda. I've been vlogging every day. I've been working. So like it's been a lot of work from home vlogs. And my TikTok and my short form content shows, moments of me working out or walking or whatever. But I want to have dedicated vlogs to my weight loss journey. So I will start those vlogs will be coming out soon, but I just wanted to, get on here and talk to you guys. I feel like you all will probably still have a lot of questions on things I probably haven't answered, but that is just my update and where I am at now. I did not get the revision surgery. I am not getting another weight loss surgery. I'm on GLP-1 Mounjaro to be exact. I've been on it for a little over a year. Started at 316, currently at 261. I am walking 3 miles Monday through Friday, and I do strength training. I touch them. I'm not even going to claim it, but we're going to get there. I'm going to start picking that up. I am now on a calorie deficit of 1,700 calories a day. Every other day, I do OMAD, 1 meal a day. And then the intermittent fasting on the days that I'm doing OMAD, on the days I'm not doing OMAD. So that's it, you guys. I want to welcome you all to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, subscribe, come on the journey, be on it with me. If you are on a weight loss journey as well, let me know in the comments below so I can support you in your journey as well, and we can root for each other. If you are not following me on my other social platforms, definitely go ahead and check it out. TikTok is a whole party over there, okay? Like, I love TikTok. It's a vibe. So all of my other socials are in the description box below. If you are a returning subscriber and y'all are just here for the love and support, y'all know, we love you. Thank y'all so much for, subscribing and rocking with your girl. And I will see y'all in my next. Bye-bye.